I guess we should do more news stuff, right? Violence breaks out at protest against Trump immigration policy. Uh-oh. ATLA 5. They're fucking still rioting, by the way. It's been, what, 5 days? Right, they're probably gonna go on for a 6th day. Let's be real. Right, these guys are gonna... these guys are a pain in the fucking head. Pain in the ass, these people.
Now at 1:30, back to breaking news out of downtown LA, where a large group
of now they're doing the students are doing it. Great.
Against President Trump's immigration policies.
A fight has just broken out. Let's go back to Rich.
Oh, great! Now people are fighting. Oh yeah, earlier. Tear gas. I know, right?
Rich, what's going on?
Yeah, Glenn and Lou, just moments ago, what was a peaceful protest is now turned into a scuffle. We're seeing. Looks like at least one person that's bleeding there after removing his shirt. We saw a couple of the protesters that were throwing punches at one another and then chasing each other down in the street.
Jesus.
And now it's spread into Grand Park here. But
there
looks
we
like
go.
One of those protesters, who we believe are all students from various high schools here in the Los Angeles area.
High school students fighting each other. What's new?
Again, this just happening minutes ago.
And it's downtown LA, so you know that there's fucking people, you know, some of these kids in fucking gangs.
City Hall, we had a couple hundred or several hundred students and protesters that were out making their way through the streets of Los Angeles and then collected back
or
up
who have started up their own gangs.
And the next thing you know, we just saw the scuffle happen. Some of the students or the protesters were trying to break up the fight, and then we saw some of them being chased down in the park here. So again, this just happening moments ago. We'll stay overhead, kind of monitor the situation, but I would imagine at this point this is going to prompt a response by law enforcement here that will make their way towards Grand Park. For
yeah,
now,
the cops are going to come
Rich
because
Brigham,
this
send it back to you
happened.
in Hollywood.
There was also another incident where
police officers even getting close.
there was another crowd of protesters like beating up on someone. I forgot where it was, but it was another place in downtown LA.
Within the last couple of minutes. So if this is creating the attention that of what we just saw, I would imagine that.
I'm sure most of the kids don't actually know what the protest is about. They just hate Trump. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean,
any more engagement here?
Yeah, I think on some of the signs that some of these protests were having is like stop ICE immigration or some shit like that. So they don't even know what's happening.
And it looks like students are trying to tend to this person here. I mean, I would imagine they're gonna need to bring in maybe a paramedic here to evaluate this person that clearly is bleeding right here in the middle of the park. So again, let me look out the window here and just kind of see where we are as far as any sort of LAPD or.
I'm surprised there's no like campus police around.
But I'm not seeing them.
Oh, then again, it's out. It's in a park. Never mind. It's not. It's not in a school.
A lot of attention.
Rich, you keep mentioning.
Also, it's high school. I forgot. Maybe they don't have any police. I forgot about that.
So many people down there. Where is that particular person?
Right here in the center of the crowd.
Yeah, someone's on the fucking floor bleeding, and they're trying to like help him up.
By other people that were here protesting in front of City Hall, and then we're seeing other people that you can see just kind of waving people away and just don't want any more hostility here.
Yeah, everyone's just like backing the fuck up.
We saw
Man.
this
You guys fucked them up.
Right in the street in front of City Hall. And then next thing
Excuse me, ma'am. Why are you here? I saw the Mexican flags and thought they were being free talk.
Took off their shirt, and we can clearly see blood on their back. And again, we'll await to see what response comes to the park here. If it's going to be the firefighters, paramedics to evaluate this person.
Oh man, there's another group right here. There's one group here, and then there's another group.
To break out into a bigger situation than it already was. And you can see they're helping that person, pouring some water on him. Looks like getting some of that blood off some. Not sure what kind of, if it was just from a punch or if they fell down in the street or what might have happened. We just saw.
Probably got punched and then fucking. Yeah. I think what happened was he got knocked, he got knocked out or concussed, and then smacked his head in the fucking floor. He literally fucking ate asphalt.
Have a domino effect.
He
from
ate
there,
that cement
and it
real
looks like
hard.
for right now, it looks like the crowd has settled down, has calmed down, but certainly a large group
Yeah.
here.
Oh, you can see blood splotches too.
And with the tempers flying.
Yeah, right there.
Situation like this can certainly happen. So we're looking to see here. We're still no response here from the LAPD or the
Why
fire
use the
department
flag
here.
of a country you don't want to go back to
but clearly,
protest, but
you can
about
see someone
not
there with
wanting
the,
to leave? Yeah, I don't.
2 people there with the blowhorns. They're trying to keep people away, try and back them up, try to cool the situation down here.
Yeah, I mean, to be frank, these guys, all those students, they're all American. They're all retarded. I think they're just trying to get out of fucking class. Right? If you looked at all those students, they're all fucking privileged motherfuckers. Like, just look at their clothes. Bunch of fucking dumb kids. Now some of them are like criminals because they beat up on that fucking one dude. Like, I almost could have potentially killed him. This is my birth country and I don't want to go back. Let me try and get all the news stuff. Alright, yeah, this is the crash I was talking about
2 people
earlier.
are dead and 7 injured after a plane crash in Brazil. Now, this is video from Sao Paulo. You can see fire and black smoke coming from what appears to be a crash site. Now, we don't know what caused the plane to go down, but pieces
Yeah,
of the
there is
wreckage
this
are
one
reported
plane
to have been
crash in
lost
Brazil, and then there
cyclists.
is the
Other
missing
pedestrians
plane
in the
crash in
area are also
Alaska.
being treated, and we'll continue to follow the story for you and have the latest information when it becomes available. Right now, we're also following breaking news out of Alaska, where crews are still looking for any signs.
Well, I mean, it's not
of
missing
Alaska, which has now been
anymore,
missing
but
for
they
almost
found it
2 hours.
like 2
Local
hours
fire
ago or
departments
something like
started
that.
ground searches overnight, and U.S. Coast Guard and Air Force have joined in to help with in-air and on-water.
I guess it's
searches.
safer to
Now,
drive
looking at the map
now.
on your screen, this shows the
I
last
mean, yeah,
known
with everything that's
location of
happening.
the disappearance people. This disappearance marks the
I mean,
third
it's still
major
safer to
US
fly,
aviation
but
incident
yeah.
in just 8 days.
Yeah, it's a
Bring you
little
any updates we
sketch
get
with
on the
what's
search.
been happening with a lot of the flights. Right. I don't blame you. I mean, even if it's still safer to fly. Yeah, here it
New
is.
this afternoon, a plane carrying 10 people in western Alaska has gone missing. The Bering Air caravan was heading from Unalakleet to Nome with 9 passengers and a pilot, according to Alaska's Department of Public Safety. Alaska officials say the incident happened yesterday afternoon and rescuers searched into the night for any sign of the aircraft. Today, authorities continue to search the area and determine its last known coordinates. The disappearance marks the 3rd major incident in U.S. aviation in just 8 days.
Or a plane crash in the last 2 weeks, yep. Well, this is the 3rd, for America, this is the 3rd plane crash. Right, the other plane crash was in Brazil. So it's not on U.S. soil. But yeah, 3 plane crashes within the 2 weeks. It's like, Jesus. What the fuck is happening? Are we sure Osama's I'm pretty sure. Who was the one that's was it Obama? Or was it Trump that got or was it George W? I forgot. I forgot whose presidency it was under. I think it was Obama. Yeah, here.
That took the lives
Oh,
of
wait, here. Oh, there's a live debriefing.
On approximately 13 miles out due to icing conditions. So that left our initial search to be on the ground. We activated 15 of our search responders to canvass the shoreline and inland sources based on where the last known position of the aircraft was.
Good morning, and thank you so much for waking up with us here on Live Now from Fox. We made it to
And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. We have some breaking news to report. As you remember, earlier this morning, we brought you that information about a missing plane in Alaska that apparently had 10 passengers on board. Well, now the U.S. Coast Guard is telling us that they have located the debris field of the plane here at the U.S. Coast Guard Alaska, putting this photo out with this update moments ago, saying the U.S. Coast Guard
said we were after
him.
Obama said we killed him. Wow, I just realized it was Muslims. We're supposed to slow.
Southeast of Nome. 3 individuals were found inside and reported to be deceased. They say our thoughts are with those affected by this tragic incident. Let's get you
Obama
up
was
to
from
speed
what,
if
Kenya?
you haven't been already here. Yes, let's take that photo full. You see there, that's what they believe to be the plane that went missing. So this is a very, very tragic set of circumstances here. According to the Associated Press, this is what we know. That
the hate on hate
commuter
violence,
plane
man.
Flying over icy seas in western
the race
Alaska.
on race.
That was just south of the Arctic Circle.
Race
You see
wars,
its flight
race
path there.
wars.
With 10 people on board, experienced a sudden loss in elevation and speed just before it went missing, according to authorities. Rescuers searching by air also found, quote, some sort of item of interest on Friday. But now the U.S. Coast Guard is telling us that they believe they have located what they believe is the missing plane here. This was a Bering Air Cessna Caravan, a single-engine turboprop, and it was heading from a small remote village to Nome, Alaska, a distance of about 150 miles here. Now, according to the Coast Guard, there were 9 passengers and a pilot on board when it disappeared Thursday afternoon over Alaska's Norton Sound.
I'm pretty sure the one, well,
and so this
the black,
is a very tragic
I'm pretty sure the
here.
Black Hawk one wasn't damaged, and the
we're being told as well all 10 people on board the
did they
plane
even
were adults,
recover the one from
the flight was a regularly scheduled commuter
the one
trip.
that was the medevac that was going to Mexico?
The map here
I don't
of
think
Alaska
was that
well,
one damaged. I don't even
where
remember.
The flight took off and where it was supposed to land. This was not a long flight. By
All
any
I knew
means.
was I think that plane just.
Now, what is peculiar about this? Now that the Coast Guard is telling us that they have found the debris field of the flight in question, that 3 people were found deceased inside the wreckage.
Yeah,
we were
I haven't
told,
like looked back at.
the flight had.
I know
10
they
people
recovered the
on
one
board,
from the.
and one of those was the pilot.
The Black Hawk and the
So
the collision one. I know they recovered both of those.
And you've been following the news throughout the last
I
week,
just don't
week
know
and
if
a
they
half,
recovered the
that it has been
the
a
one
very,
from
very
the medevac one.
sad, tragic, deadly period for U.S. aviation. 1 week
And then now
ago
we got
today,
this
we
one.
were on the air almost at this time, bringing you the just shocking, incredible scenes out of Northeast Philadelphia when that medevac flight, that Learjet, fell from the sky, killing all 6 passengers on board and killing someone in a car on the ground. And then, of course, we just passed the 1-week mark since American Airlines Flight 5342
It was gonna get
collided
swept
with an
under the
Army Black
rug.
Hawk
I mean,
helicopter midair.
in a sense, yeah. I
over
mean,
the
what can
skies
you
of the
do?
Potomac River near Reagan
Right, especially
Airport
with these
in Washington.
fucking
And so this
machinery.
is the latest update we are bringing to you of yet another
Right, and then
flight
most of the
mishap,
time it's pilot
flight
error.
crash here. I want to take this Yet again,
Right,
take a look at that, though.
pilot made a wrong choice at just
That
the
photo the
wrong
US Coast
time.
Guard
and
Alaska
it
just posted.
screws up everything.
And you see the flight, you see the plane.
So we'll find out what the
Would appear to be
right,
two
the black
individuals
box, the flight records.
on the snowy Arctic surface there, presumably Coast Guard officials.
Because it does
on the
log some of
ground.
the actions that the
And so if
the
we do get
pilots
any more
take.
updates, we will be speaking to some local officials a little bit later on about this particular air disaster. But according to authorities, they held, remember, a virtual briefing today. We showed you that live.
I feel like this.
And they had
I think this
determined
plane like stalled
that
or
the
something,
plane
and then it
experienced a
just
sudden
they
loss in
couldn't get it
elevation
back.
and speed just before it went missing. This was a Bering Air Cessna Caravan. It's a single-engine turboprop, and it was only flying about a distance of 150 miles.
I think they had too
It
much weight
disappeared just
on board.
yesterday afternoon. It took off around 2:37 in the afternoon yesterday.
I think they had complications.
And according
in
to some of the
air.
maps that we brought you, I want to put this up from FlightAware.
Yeah.
You see how
'Cause
close it was
right.
to
It
its
was almost.
destination before it was.
Yeah, it was almost to his destination.
lost
It was
before
it
contact
fucking
was
got
lost. So if we get any more updates, whether via social media, in a statement, or on camera, we will definitely bring this to you here. Now, according to weather conditions at the time, there was light snow and fog with a temperature of 17 degrees. That's according to the National Weather Service in the area. Officials lost contact with the plane less than an hour after takeoff.
Hour after
The
takeoff,
Coast Guard said the
lost
plane went missing 30
comms.
miles southeast of Nome, Alaska. It was also operating at its maximum passenger capacity.
I fucking knew it. Motherfucker was overweight. You fucking kidding me, dude? Fucking.
That's according to the airline's description of the plane.
Ay, ay, ay. Yep, that'll do it.
So, wanted to make sure we brought you these updates and a very, very sad update. But like I said, if there will be any more information.
See? At the end of the day, it comes down to pilot error. The pilot made the choice to fucking do that shit. Jesus Christ. Fucking. People lose their lives over the stupidest shit possible. Fucking hell. San Fran files suit over Trump plan to withhold funds from sanctuary cities. Is this the same as Elon Musk?
In the last hour,
Shit
San
canning
Francisco
people.
and Santa Clara County announced
Ryan
they plan to file a
Yamamoto.
lawsuit along with 3 other cities over the president's immigration crackdowns, which include a threat to withhold federal funding from sanctuary states and cities.
I want to be clear. The Trump administration is asserting a right it does not have.
I'm curious, did nobody question the fill limit? Yeah. Right. I mean, given... All I can think was they were, they were booked, and they were like, oh, we don't want to rebook anything, and we don't have anything we can leave behind, so they're like, oh, just bring it on, right? That was their mistake.
They are trying to tell us how to use our.
Right, and that's for the pilot should be checking all that. And the fact that they didn't do that is like, you're asking for bad shit to happen.
Resources and to commandeer our local law enforcement. This is the federal government coercing local officials to bend to their will or face defunding or prosecution, and that is illegal or authoritarian.
This comes after Attorney General Pam Bondi announced an order to defund jurisdictions that interfered with or impede immigration enforcement. Today's lawsuit also challenges U.S. Department of Justice memos that
So
seek to
Pam
impose
Bondi and
criminal
ICE are
penalties on
dealing with
sanctuary
all the
states and
immigration
cities.
stuff.
The purpose
You got
of our local
Elon Musk
sanctuary laws
dealing
is
with all
not to
the
interfere with or impede
the
lawful
wasteful
federal
garbage
immigration
spending,
enforcement.
right? Of just
But let me
burning our
say
money.
this. Immigration enforcement is the federal government's responsibility.
What did the sign
not
say
the
about
responsibility
Jesus?
of state and local governments.
California is a sanctuary state, and San Francisco has doubled down on its status as a sanctuary city. San Francisco City Attorney David Chu says the city sued the first Trump administration over a similar threat to withhold funding and won. Other jurisdictions joining today's lawsuit include Portland, Oregon, New Haven, Connecticut, and King County, Washington.
Yeah, they're just heading a bunch of places. Let's see, where was it? Oh, right
Attorney
here.
General Pam Bondi.
Jesus was a foreigner, not a white man. Okay. Sure. Whatever you say, man. What? That doesn't even make sense. Oh shit. I guess all the French people who are foreigners are not a white man. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some French people who are black, but it's like, come on. What is this? What does that have to do with illegal Mexicans? I don't know, man. This is the issue with protesters. Right? They're just doing it just for the sake of doing it. They're literally wasting everybody's fucking time. Like, this is where our education, right? This is where our education is going to. You know why America's education system sucks so much? It's because of this shit right here. With all the fucking protesters. Oh, just wasting. Some of these guys are I think some of these guys are high schoolers too. Right? Some of these guys are high schoolers in college. Right? They're right? You got moms. You got dads probably in here. It's like, Jesus. Just a fucking mixed bag of just fucking shitheads. Seeking safety is not a crime. Well, I mean, if you break in when you don't have legal papers, yeah, that's a crime. No one said you could break in freely. Make Ramirez stop separating families. All the stolen land signs, yeah, it's fucking people, man. I mean, you should be, the Native Americans should be saying, oh, this is, right? The Native Americans should be fucking holding up the stolen land signs. Where's the spacing in your words, my guy? It's illiterate people. What is a crime? Yeah, I don't know. Alright. Is there countersuit because the USA is using sanctuary cities, so it'll be interesting to see. If San Francisco has a problem with not getting federal dollars, they better start following federal law. They've been playing this game for around 20 years, and it's about time they learn the rules. Yeah, that too. Ever since Newsom and Karen Bass, it seems like they've just been like not ponying up, right? And they're just not getting like federal aid because they keep saying no, or they keep doing stupid shit. We want your money, but not your rules. Yeah, exactly. It's like, what? That's not how it works. You want resources? Follow the fucking rules. Stop breaking the goddamn Constitution. Stop breaking policy.